Good evening, all of you. I will never forget this moment. I find there are more girls in the room than boys. Yes. Is that correct? Well, boys, I assure you, you are safe. Lieutenant General K.T. Patnaik ji, we just have had the benefit of his address reflecting on contemporary scene and your obligations to society. I am sure this will go a long way in shaping you as good citizens of this country. Dr. J. Suresh Babu, Chancellor of Rajiv Gandhi University, Professor S.K. Naik, Vice Chancellor, Rajiv Gandhi University, distinguished members of the faculty, members of the court, members of the council, everyone present here, and I gather many are present here who had institutions. Most importantly, I am here for boys and girls, to generate a connect with you that I'll carry back to Delhi. First, congratulations to all those who have got degrees today. You are stepping out in the larger world today, and you get the status of alumni of this great institution. Let me give you a word of caution to you. There is always a great expectation from the convocation address. I will surprise you. I will not surprise you with any such input. I'll talk everything that interests you, your welfare. And the first is, your learning doesn't stop with stepping out of this academic institution, because learning is lifelong. You have to learn all your lives. The only constant in life is change. That was reflected long back, even before Socrates' era, by Heraclitus. He buttressed it by saying, the same person cannot enter the same river twice, because neither the person is the same, nor the river is the same. I therefore will tell you that you are extremely fortunate to be citizens of this great nation, and you are fortunate to be living in times when there is recognition of Bharat as never before. The nation is on the rise is unstoppable. The economic upsurge, we are already fifth largest global economy, on way to becoming the third. And our digital penetration has stunned the world. Global institutions, International Monetary Fund, World Bank, World Economic Forum, they are started and are accolading India's phenomenal growth. And why not? Our per capita internet consumption, boys and girls, is more than that of China and US taken together. I'm sure it makes a lot of sense. Per capita internet consumption. When it comes to digital transactions, if we combine the digital transactions of USA, UK, France and Germany and multiply by 4, still this country is ahead. Imagine during your times, just a decade back, we had 2 manufacturers of mobiles. Now we have more than 100. We were importing, now we are exporting. We have prestigious mobile manufacturers who are making for India and making for the world from India. Boys and girls, the change has been brought about for you in particular because you stand for meritocracy. Corruption was a big drain on young minds. Favoritism, corruption, nepotism. That was killing your talent. Corruption was a password for a job, for a contract, for an opportunity. It has vanished. Corruption has been neutralized from power corridors. Corruption now is password for what? Accountability by system and to jail. That's a big change that has come for you. Secondly, a country, a democracy like Bharat cannot progress if there is no equality before law. There was a time when many thought we are above law. That time is gone. Everyone is now accountable to law. And that's a ground reality. That again goes to your advantage. What I need to tell you, and what most young boys and girls are not aware, is that your opportunity basket is ballooning by the day. You have to notice that India is a country that is on the rise when you look at sea, when you look at land, when you look at sky, and when you look at space. When rise is all over, opportunities are for you in space economy and blue economy, to name just two. And therefore, the narrow groove that the only opportunity lies in a government job, you have to shake it off. Because if you see the Indian economic landscape, it is being transformed not by science of industry and balance. New people are entering into it. People like you are entering into it. Gen Z and your generation is the spinal strength of Bharat. And therefore, think out of the box. My very strong suggestion to you, never have fear of failure. Failure is natural. With all this background I have given you, you will be startled. Sometimes you will find in your life your failure is unjustified and his success is not appropriate. This is bound to happen. Take it in stride. If International Monetary Fund called India a land of opportunity and investment, it was not for government jobs. Why was it made? This is a land where you have an ecosystem now, where every young mind can exploit his energy, exploit talent, realize aspirations and dreams. And therefore, not only you have to look into deeply the basket of opportunities that is enlarging by the day, you also, boys and girls, have to focus the hand-holding schemes which the government has unfolded for you. The affirmative schemes where you can engage in innovation, experimentation, and that is happening in the country at a massive level. India is home now to world's most prestigious unicorns, startups. It is by whom? It is by boys and girls like you. And therefore, things have dramatically changed. The change is for you. And the change has been brought about in infrastructure. Earlier, even my generation, people used to dream whether we will have this kind of infrastructure. I go back to my days in government, 35 years ago when I was a union minister. And I found gold of this country was shipped to 2 banks in Switzerland to be placed. Our foreign exchange was dwindling around $1 billion. And now, boys and girls, it is 650 times. 650 times. So India at a global level is a country of hope and possibility. You have to nurture your ambitions. If there is an idea that occurs to you, don't allow your mind to be a parking place for that idea for fear of failure. No one has succeeded without having failed once or twice in life or in one's mission. Success of Chandrayaan 3, where India managed to land its, Chandrayaan 3, at that part of moon where none has gone so far. It was second time. Chandrayaan 2 was majorly successful, but not complete. But success of Chandrayaan 3, the seed was shown in Chandrayaan 2. And therefore, I would strongly urge that you need to contribute to the journey that is Viksit Bharat. All of you have to contribute. People of my generation will not be around in 2047, at least I'm sure about it, others may carry on. But you will be there. You will be in the driver's seat. You are the driving engines. And therefore this marathon march, which is being driven by youth of this country, the demographic dividend, please monetize every opportunity, every second. You could never have imagined a better scenario for you when those who have got degrees today are taking a leap in the larger world. There was a time, boys and girls, find out, you would not find an Indian in the top global corporates. And now, 360-degree turn. There is no global corporate that doesn't have an Indian mind at the head. We are leading it. Who are these people? These ladies and gentlemen. They are that category which was there in these seats 15 years ago. So your destination for me is well known. Please take a call, take a big jump, be positive. Have respect for your teachers, respect for your society, respect for your parents. And as an individual, I will make two suggestions to you. You will be hugely contributing to national economy if you do two things. One, believe in local. Using imported clothes, imported furniture, imported curtains, imported toys has three deleterious effects. One, employment. We snatch employment from our people who could make them. Our foreign exchange is drained. Our entrepreneurship is blunted. Same is about raw material export out of this country. And don't use petrol or gas or any other natural resource because your pocket can afford. No, you are trustees. There has to be optimal utilization of natural resources. As a matter of fact, you have to set the trend in this country that we are always nationalist. Nation is always ahead of all other interests. And no circumstances will compromise our national interest for any gain, political or otherwise. You will be somewhat surprised how come a chairman is speaking so, Chairman Rajya Sabha, whose entire week has been washed away. It is with pain and anguish I share with you. I appeal to every parliamentarian. We have to justify and vindicate the trust reposed by the people of this country, 1.4 billion. Their aspirations and dreams have to fructify through our positive actions. We cannot depend on disruption and disturbance as a weapon, as a political strategy to keep away from debate, dialogue, and discussion, deliberation. But your force is fundamental. If you generate an ecosystem, I am sure every parliamentarian will be alive that youth of this country is your watchdog. The youth is watching you. Youth will ask questions to you. Why are you not doing your duty? For what purpose you are keeping away from discussion? And lastly, because time is a constraint. Time will always be a constraint. My very best wishes to all of you. With the consent of the Chancellor, Suresh Babuji, I invite members of the faculty and students, boys and girls, to be my guests in batches at the Indian Parliament. I would love to share my thoughts with you. And I'm sure you will make it in batches and soon enough. I'm a good host, by the way. I mean it. And lastly, trust me, boys and girls, I am leaving this place with supreme confidence, supreme hope, full of optimism, because nowhere in the world you will find that kind of talent with the sparkling eyes that I see before me. And therefore, best of luck to you. May God bless you. And again, no tension, no stress. Go as per your aptitude. And I am sure your parents will bear with you. Thank you so much.